Hey, it's Vicky, and today I'm here to talk about my reading plans for June. And I feel like before we even start talking about the TBR, I need to just let you guys know that this month is going to be a big catch-up month for me because I did not get as much reading done in May as I had hoped. So some of these books you've heard me talk about already because I was supposed to read them last month and I didn't get to them. But let's dive in. So which books, you might ask, did I not get to in May? The first one is Dreadnation by Justina Ireland. This is one I'm reading on my Kindle, and I am only about 30 pages into this. And it's like I think it's an over 400 page book. So yeah, there's no way that was gonna get finished in the month of May. So I will be wrapping that one up in June. It is I don't know if you would call it, it's definitely historical. It takes place in the Civil War era in America. I don't know if you would necessarily call it horror, maybe, because it does have zombies. Because it is about our main character, whose name is, I think, Jane, if I remember right. Her name's Jane, and she is training at this like combat school to fight zombies, basically, because during the Civil War, all of the dead soldiers and everything reanimated and became zombies. And so now there's this need for people to basically come, like, protect some of the more, you know, upper class and stuff from these zombies and kill them and basically work like security. So that's what our main character Jane is doing. She is at a school learning how to fight zombies. So yeah, so far it's pretty entertaining. And yeah, I'm gonna finish it in June. There are two other books that I didn't even touch in May. Didn't even start them. No. The first one is House of Cotton by Monica Brashears. And this is an anticipated release, so I don't know why I didn't get to it. I should have made it more of a priority, but here we are. I'm gonna read it in June. In this one, it deals with a young woman named Magnolia who is struggling to get by. She's working a job at a gas station as a cashier, and one day this strange man comes in, and his name is Cotton, and he basically offers her a position as a model for his funeral home business. And she agrees because she can't turn down the money. Apparently it's too good of an offer to refuse. And so she goes and things get weird. So I just am really intrigued by that premise of being a model for a funeral home. What does that mean exactly? I want to know. So I'm going to find out in June when I read this book. The other one that I didn't get to was my book haul revisit book that I did. I did the book haul revisit back in April and was supposed to read this book in May, and I didn't. But it's Pray for Silence by Linda Castillo. And this one is about I believe she's the chief of police in an Amish community. And this is the second book in a very long series. And the series is called the Kate Burkholder series because that's the name of the police chief. And basically, she is, like I said, a police chief in an Amish community that she once belonged to. So she was raised in this community, and she left and then came back as a police officer. So she has a sort of unique relationship with the people because she was once one of them. And in this one, a family of 7 is murdered in their home one night, and she has to try to figure out who killed them and why. So interesting, like, gritty murder mystery, detective mystery. I really enjoyed the first book, and that's why I, picked this one up initially. So I am looking forward to reading it in June. Speaking of book haul revisits, I did another book haul revisit in May and picked a book from that revisit to put on my June TBR, and that is The Hollow Places by T. Kingfisher. And this one deals with a woman who is living in North Carolina, and she is living with, I think, her uncle in his old sort of house that also doubles as like a curiosity shop of sorts, or some sort of like little museum / curiosity shop. And one day she kind of stumbles across what I believe is a portal to another world. And so that just sounds really interesting to me. I love books like that where the people, you sort of stumble across the gateway to another world via like a hole in the wall or a weird door in the middle of the woods or something like that, you know, that takes you to another place. I enjoy that stuff. So yeah, this sounds really intriguing and I'm excited to read it. Then the last two books are books I haven't talked about yet that I hopefully will get to in June if I get through all of my catch-up books. So yeah, the first one is for the Buzzword Reading Challenge. The buzzword for June is other. So I'm going to be reading Girl, Woman, Other by, is it Bernadine Evaristo? Let me double check that. Yes, it is Bernadine Evaristo. And this one I believe is 12 interconnected stories, or like each section is told from a different woman's perspective and they're all interconnected, and it deals with these 12 women that live in Britain and just their lives and the intersectionality of their lives, because many of them are Black and or they are LGBTQ or something like that, and how that intersectionality affects their lives and how society treats them and all those sorts of things. And this is a book that I have been wanting to read for a long time, and it's been on my Kindle for a while. And so when I saw that one of the buzzwords was other, I was like, yep, that's the one. That is the book I'm gonna read, so I'm gonna read it in June. And then the last book that I'm hoping to read in June is one because I am a little behind on this goal. It's a goal that I have for the year, and I'm a little behind on it. I wanna read 5 Stephen King books this year, 5 new to me Stephen King books, and I've only read 1 so far, and it's already June, so I need to probably read another one, otherwise I'm gonna fall behind. So the next one on my list is Black House, and he co-wrote this one with Peter Straub, and this is the sequel to The Talisman, which The Talisman was about a young boy who basically traveled to like a parallel world in order to save his mother, who I believe had cancer, if I remember right, or some sort of illness, and he was like traveling to this other world to save her. And it was cool because like in the book he would like literally go back and forth between our world and this world, and just the other characters he met along the way and things. It was interesting, it was entertaining, I liked it. Like I mentioned when I was just talking about the Hollow Places, I like books where people sort of find themselves in a parallel world. It's just cool to me. And this one, I don't know too much about this other than that we are with the same character. I believe his name was Jack. Yes, Jack Sawyer. And it is now 20 years later, and circumstances somehow, I think, are gonna bring him back to that parallel world where he went as a kid. So cool, it sounds good. I will probably, if I do get to this one in June, I'm gonna try it on audio because Scribd does have it. And so I'm gonna go that route. All right guys, so those are my reading plans for June. Like I said, it's a catch-up month, it happens. I have fallen behind and I need to catch up. So let me know down below what you plan to read in June. I would love to know what everybody's gonna be reading. I know people are probably starting to get into some of their summer reads because, you know, summer is practically here. So yeah, let me know if you're gonna be doing any of that or whatever you're reading. I mean, if you wanna read a Christmas book in June, you go right ahead. Just let me know because I wanna know what you're reading. All right, that's it. I hope you guys have a great month and I will talk with you soon. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.